Greetings and salutations, everyone. I am, as always, Darth Devious, bringing you another video review, and this time from the second reissue of the first edition line. It's the Terrorcon version of Cliffjumper. Alright? And I'm not sure if this is exactly the same as the SDCC version. I don't think it is. But I still like what they did with this. All these damage marks in here, and Dark Energon sparks all over him and things like that from when, after he was killed by Starscream in the show, and then they did an experiment and brought him back, and he was all crazed, and he was, basically a Terrorcon. Alright? And it's the same car as the first edition. Rolls. There are some differences, naturally. Alright? We'll bring in first edition so we can compare them. Alright, and one of the main differences is the hubcaps aren't painted. Now, I'm thinking of painting these, but I'm thinking of going with I have a darker, really dulled down shade of silver, which I think would work better on this. Their color schemes, their colors are close. His is slightly darker, but not by much. I know my lights seem to be washing it out a little bit, but, what can you do? Front ends are pretty much the same. There's still the small little Autobot symbol on the sides. Tailpipes are still done. Back bumpers are pretty much the same, except for his actually has the lower part painted silver, whereas the first edition does not. You see? That's a nice little touch right there. Just extending that down just a little bit further. Otherwise, most of the rest of the differences are in the robot modes. So I'm going to turn them into robots, and we'll take a look at them side by side and, be done with it. Be back in a minute. Alright? Alright, everyone. I'm back, and here is Terrorcon Cliffjumper in robot mode. And I love this purple on him, whereas on the original it's a lighter blue. This dark purple translucent plastic just looks awesome on him. And the damage is pretty much the same as it was, in car mode, with the exception of his head. Now we're going to take a closer look at his head here, because that's where a lot of the remolding went to in this. And as you can see, this side of his face is almost normal, but as you start to turn, you see his chin is torn up. The side of his mouth is torn open. His eye socket's all torn open. His horn is missing. All these scratches and stuff on the side of his head. Gouges. That's just really cool. Really nice detail that they put in on that. Alright. And, articulation, same as the first edition, obviously. Ball joint, swivel, double elbow, wrist swivel. Still has the gimmick of, opening this up, flipping that around, and there's his guns, alright, which is cool. Now, I will say, when comparing my original first edition to this version holds together better for some reason in both robot mode and car mode. He's not as fiddly. I don't know if it's just the way the mold is starting to come into its own or what, but for some reason this version, just everything pegs together nicer. The headlights here at his waist actually hold on the windshield. This piece actually stays in place for the most part. Things like that. Whereas on my first edition, it's not as good. So I'm going to come back down here, bring in my first edition so we can look at them side by side. And here you have a live Cliffjumper and dead Cliffjumper. So there you go. And you can see, like I was saying, he's got like the light blue translucent plastic on him, whereas he's got that dark purple. Really nice. I love how they put the damage right through the paint on here, because these are all clear parts here that they just paint over, and it really works for letting the damage come through. And I just think that's pretty cool. Alright? So I got two Cliffjumpers here for the price of one. Well, not really. Anyway, he was on sale on Big Bad Toy Store as well. I think I got him fairly cheap, maybe 12 bucks or something like that. So you could check it out, see if they still have any in stock. You can get him kind of cheap. So yeah, I recommend the Terrorcon version. For some reason, like I said, it holds together slightly better than my original first edition. It looks really cool. And why would you not want a zombie version of Cliffjumper? I mean, come on now. That is just awesome. Alright? Alright, guys. That's going to do it for this one. You guys all be good. I'm going to send Zombie Cliffjumper after you. Energon! Energon! Energon!